I say the more that you gain like the intimacy within yourself, it clears out so much noise. The more that you are seeking peace for the right reasons, because when you start off in your journey, it is going to be in a puffed up kind of sense. I don't need this, I'm better than them, I don't have time for this, I'm too good for this. It is going to show up like that, but that is where we give grace to ourselves to go through the motions. I really had to take a step and acknowledge the different levels to everything. God has really just shown me and allowed for me to hear a lot of the noise when I am not seeking my peace, when I am not going through things within myself. I just want to share with you all. I bought this book. Now I got mine off of Amazon, but it's a double pack. Zochi. She said that she has studied this book, but I heard about her story from a creator on TikTok, and I can't remember her name. She writes music, she has a podcast, she does so many different things. So excited to get this today. So it's no matter what age or your life path, whether making art is your career or your hobby or your dream, it is not too late or too egotistical or too selfish or too silly to work on your creativity. And so as I'm seeking more peace within myself, I'm definitely like, I have all this space and all this opportunity to be creative again, to kind of have like this childlike faith, to trust myself more, to lean in what God has already blessed me with. Ask and you pray for more, but when and how are you able to work your tool and put the work over and the covering over what it is that you already got? Are you really willing to work with what you got to get what you want? Are you? So you have to be willing to seek your peace, so that way you can go after and you can attain all the things that you set your mind and your heart to. And finding that intimacy is going to help you be more clear. It's going to help you make better decisions. It's going to help you protect yourself, guard your heart in a way that you have never done before. All the ways that you look for other people to do it for you, you're going to do it for yourself, and then it's just going to radiate out. And therefore, other people will know and understand how to handle you properly. We've gotten brave enough to try recovery, but we don't want the universe to really pay attention. Ooh. Oh my God. This is the morning journal of, oh my God. We be praying for like a payment. We be praying for a payment, and God be like, here go your reality check. That's a whole bar from Lil Wayne. God has blessed me with a season to be softer. So if I gotta take it there with myself, prideful, angry, unhinged, to be proud of that every single day that I'm acting into this energy, I'm withdrawing from myself, from my truest self, because I don't want the world to see me for real. Because if I have to be vulnerable, that's too much like something is being taken and stolen away from me. Now this was before soft girl era. Who ain't a strong black woman? Before we was beating our chest talking about we were strong black men. Being softer made me realize who was more abrasive, who was authentically mishandling me just because I was so used to having things given to me in a very harsh and hard way. It made me realize like, oh, a lot of things ain't really aligned with the person that I am trying to show up as and who I am trying to be. I had to get real with myself, like, this ain't working out. I felt like nobody understood. I felt like a lot of people who say, oh, you're too sensitive. Instantly, you internalize that as there is something wrong with me, rather than getting down to the root of the issue. They don't have any understanding of what it is that they do in the moment. That's why the word go back to forgive them for they know not what they do. You can't internalize what someone else is projecting on you. And it do hurt. When I really submitted to being softer, the only thing that I got to say is God's word now. Don't turn into a pillar of salt. How you want me to fight and argue with you? Because I don't have it in me no more. We both know the God's honest truth. When you submit to your peace, you don't even ingest the things that are happening to you as offense. The ego come and the ego rob you of the experience. You blocked everybody. Don't nobody even know what. And you get so puffed up and so riled up and you say, oh, good. They don't got access to me. I'm too good. I wish I would entertain something like that. When truth be told, really could lean in and submit to how your most intimate self is feeling. And you can say, hey, that hurt my feelings when you did that. I don't really appreciate, hey, how you showing up is not a good look. Because we both know that you got things to lose. It's that simple. Solutions. Solutions. How can we navigate the shit? And with more peace, we get more time, more efforts, more energy into the things that are actually for us. When you allow for the world to distract you from your most intimate self, it robs you of your joy. It robs you of your most authentic self. So you have to make sure that you are doing any and everything by all means necessary to protect that. If you know that you are serving into an ecosystem and your goal is abundance, 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 that's all that you got to hold on to. If you know that your house is not in order, it's a trickle down effect. And I'm gonna be real, I know how to chase somebody away, and I used to pride myself on that. I felt like I was guarding myself, I was guarding my heart, that way I could sit back and be like, yep, I knew that person wasn't right. But what happens when you agitate a situation and you don't expect to get shooken up? Do not let the ego come and rob you of your experience. Don't do it. We're gonna sow more into our gifts. We're gonna clear out space so that way we can sow into our gifts, so that way we can serve into our most highest and most authentic self. Because I'm telling you, God wants so much more for you. That don't mean, okay, you can isolate yourself from everybody because you know that you coming up next. We all got next. If we being real, if we being honest, but what are you going to do with your time? Are you going to regurgitate every single day the past? Are you going to let yourself turn into a pillar of salt because you keep thinking back to whatever offended, whatever hurt you? Make a focused decision with clarity, open-mindedness. Please, please, please make a list of your goals, your aspirations. I don't care how silly it gets. Nothing is off limits. And this year, we're not leaving nothing on the table. Make a list of your crazy random dreams, and over the course of the next 30 days, literally any random thought that you get, watch how God bless you with that thing. You don't have to want for anything. You don't even have to have the resources there, because this is what we're seeing with our physical eyes. But what is unloading, what is unpacking for you in the spiritual realm, what God is doing for you, He's unloading your destiny. When we blindside ourselves because we have these patterns of making the wrong decisions, it's embedded in us in the Bible. For I do the things that I don't want to do, and the things that I do want to do, it seems like those are so far away from me. It says that. And so you have to lean into yourself with authentic peace, seeking the love for yourself. No, that's not selfish. If you can't be in certain places, you probably need to listen. I know I just learned the hard way. And my faithfulness with seeking peace, it's kept me balanced in such a natural way, which is amazing. So also with gaining peace, gaining clarity, trusting the way that you manifest things, you're gonna hear a voice that's gonna start to guide you. It is like a whisper, but this voice is gonna start telling you, don't go there. Don't do that. No. Don't you just wanna go home? I had that voice nudge me a few times. And when you clear out the space for peace, you start to be more conscious. Before I turned on the street, before going to this place, first of all, I noticed how the way I was feeling. And this went on for a process of hours on hours. Right before I was about to turn on the street had a detour. And I actually turned the other way. But with the power of free will, there was an empty parking space. And I just so happened to have exact change of getting into the function that I was going to in the first place. But I said to myself, I had no more cash after this. So do I want to go to this place? Or do I just want to take my cash and my dinner that my mom made me and just take myself on home? Free will. But don't ignore the voice. You got an ear, let them hear. Okay? You got eyes and vision, you gotta see. You gotta see, but don't cut it off. Because it don't serve you when you cut it off. God's beautiful grace is so permissible to unlocking and unleashing and saying, not, yeah, I told you so, but it unleashes confirmation that you're gonna be all right. Don't get too hard on yourself. I don't know who this is for, but it's not too late. It's not too late for your dreams or your vision. You want to take that detour. Even though this part over here says detour, but if you want to take that detour to get somewhere that I'm blocking you off from, you're detouring your destiny. While I set up this detour in the physical, the other routes that you choose, you are going to pay with a cost. It might seem like a very small cost, but it's going to cost you your dignity. It's going to cost you your integrity, your self-love, your self-awareness. It's going to cost you all of that, and that's a trickle-down effect to the ecosystem. Attain and gain more peace and clarity. Take your power back. That way you can attain peace, and when you get those pockets of peace, you hold on to them, because that way you build up, ooh, this tastes good. It starts to become more palatable for you. Start to crave it more, and then you end up here in front of the artist way. I got this off of Amazon. It came in a 2-pack bundle. I'm declaring my peace so that way I can have opportunities, more opportunity to create. If you're not fruitful, then what you doing? Because if you're so quick to serve into things that's gonna perish, who are we raising up? The ecosystem or self? So you have to be willing to DIE unto self. You have to be willing. I love y'all so much. Like I said, I want you to make a list. I don't care how ridiculous it might sound. Make a list of all your goals, all the things that you've ever wanted to do in life. And I promise you, nothing is off limits. It's just about your belief system. It's just about how are you distracting yourself with all of these outside things that are not serving. Purchase this book. I just kind of opened one page and kind of see. Yeah, so this gonna gather me. I like that. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much, and I felt like I just needed to hop on here and share. None of this stuff is for no reason, y'all. None of this stuff is happenstance. When you know something in your gut, you have to honor that. But before you go about honoring it in your fleshy, selfish tendency, seek God. See what God is doing. And the first way that you do that is by seeking God's peace over that thing. So even if you gotta sit still for a while, and I have sat still. Y'all, I done sat so still that I done forgot. By the time the way that God fight on your behalf when you just sit still, they know that was God's doing. Cause me, oh, fleshy, egotistical, would have puffed up and started yelling. I would have cussed you out. I'm not doing that. I'ma just sit back and I'ma just let God do it. Cause if I do it, I'm starting to get sleepy. My eyes are like, so I love y'all so much. And yeah, y'all just stay hydrated, stay blessed. Make sure y'all write that list out. If y'all can, purchase these 2 books. We're just attaining like a different level of self-love and self-awareness in this season, and I have strong confidence that it's gonna work out. It's all gonna work out in a way unimaginable. We just gotta be willing to put the work in. I love y'all. Stay hydrated, stay blessed. Bye.